We're going to take a tour of how the arcade is currently set up. An old school trash can, bubblegum machine, it works. We've got these 3D printed button covers for a couple of the light switches. These work on the paddle type switches. You can print these off as Thingiverse. Custom Atari flag that I use to cover the Pong table when it's not being used. You can get that off Amazon. You just add whatever picture you want them to put on it. My wife made the Atari stool. It's heat transfer vinyl on a plain black stool. And then you've got the Pong. This is an actual arcade 1-up cocktail stool. So this stool over here, the base of it's actually one of the early arcade 1-up stools that had the extension legs. We just took the extension legs off and swapped on a plain black top so that we could put the decal on there. And then this is a copy of the early Owl Eye coin door that I designed and 3D printed. And then we've got, we've got a red LED in there I added. So this used to say Pong down here. We put black vinyl across it and then cut Pong out of some high quality white vinyl and moved it up so we could put the coin door here where it's supposed to be. And then we've added a couple short risers for like a bed. You can usually find these in thrift stores. These are the short ones, not the tall ones. I think these are like 4 inches. It seems to bring it up to the perfect height for adults to sit and play. And then it already comes with the light under here that you can change the colors and all. We got the old school red cups. We got Rainbow Bright and some signs. We got the old CRT TV, the original Nintendo hooked up. Some more old stuff. This digital sign is actually off of Amazon and it plugs into a USB, like a phone charger brick. You can change the color, and there's also a backlight color on it that you can change. Simpsons, a couple of Pound Puppies, light up GRS ball, and some random stuff up here, some old Simpsons and stuff and all. And some old VHS tapes. The cover on this is a plain black stool also. You can go on Amazon and there's companies that will print whatever you want on a stool cover. It's a very soft material. Just make sure you order the cover for the diameter of the stool that you have. And it tucks underneath, it's got elastic, so it just covers right over the stool that you have. I think they're like 12 bucks a piece, something like that. If you order a bunch of them, make sure that you ask for them to combine the shipping, otherwise they will charge you for each one but ship them all together. We've added LED lights to the coin buttons. Whatever color the coin button is the color LED that I use when I do these. The Ridge Racer, we've added this vinyl cut decal we made. I had a piece of acrylic cut for up here just to protect this. I put light up buttons on here. We cut vinyl for inside the buttons. I printed the horse decal and then added a 3D epoxy cover over it so it looks like a real like horn button decal. I've also taken and 3D printed the drawing that was here of the shifter cover. So now it's got an actual 3D shifter bezel over it, and then cut the decals to fit inside there so it matches. I added a booster riser I made right here. That's got a booster riser. That's got a booster riser. Pedal covers. These are actually just off Temu. They're super cheap. They're for a BMW. And then all you need to do is the rubber that wraps around the pedal, cut the bottom of it on an angle. Otherwise, when you push the pedal, it wants to push the cover off. Got an old Firehouse toy under here for Ghostbusters with a Thor hammer. Now this guy has, we've put the big computer monitor in here. It's got actual tempered glass. I removed the black cover here and 3D printed another cover so you can see the entire screen back here. So this is a 3D printed cover I found on Thingiverse. I also have the PCB is decased, and it's got a large case fan blowing on it for like a tower computer. And I've got shakers and stuff like that in there, and they're running off of an amplifier that's mounted on the back there. Couple custom decals. You got little instructions decal on the front. Property of Shield. I found that online and printed it. So we took the buttons out of here, the plain white ones. I 3D printed these that go with these buttons, and these were plain red ones that I bought off Amazon. And then we vinyl cut what's inside there, put it inside the button. Same with this, got rid of the regular button, put this big giant red one on here. Die cut the letters that are in there. We added, I added light up buttons on the sides here. So that is this, and it has the Marvel, it has the Star Wars, the Williams, which comes on the Attack from Mars, and then this is the rest of the Zen pinball machines. It's got this on here also, but it doesn't work currently. And more stuff. Old skateboard with a bunch of stickers on it. More stuff. This actually was a local video store that was a couple blocks from where I live that used to exist. It's long gone, obviously, like all the rest of the video stores. So this one here did not come with a riser. This is Mortal Kombat 2. This is the first full custom riser I've built. I've changed how I do it since there. And also added light up marquee and added a 3D printed door. Now on these particular buttons, that's actually, the black is actually printed on there with the 3D printer on these buttons. The same with this. And then these buttons, it's green and blue because this is a Centipede Asteroids. So I have green on one side, blue on the other side. Another light up GRS ball. This one's green, it's hard to tell in the video. And then we move over to the tall Pac-Man. I got a custom dust cover I made, 3D printed. And then this is the Star Wars 1-Up unit. This is running the BCOG Starcade. So I've got a PC inside there and it's running his Starcade software. I added all these extra buttons on here that basically don't do anything. The big red ones do, because you need them for Trilogy. The exit button works, and obviously start and coin. The on-off switch and the volume both work. You do have to shut down the computer first before you can turn this unit off. I also added a hand throttle. This is simply a joystick. So it's just an old joystick I had from one of the other units that I had upgraded the joystick, and I 3D printed a little dust cover there. So this runs Trilogy. It runs the original Vector games that were on the original unit. It runs Battle Pod, Pod Racer, all kinds of. It runs all kinds of games for Star Wars, and it also runs other games which I don't play because I only wanted it to run Star Wars. Here's your Terminator 2. I printed a Terminator skull to go up here with this. This has the No Fate modification on it. The cords have been dropped down inside here, and little plugs to cover where the cords used to go. The screen's been pushed all the way back, and then I put a reflective surface down in there to make it simulate the original screen for the original game, where the screen was down in there and it reflected off of a two-way mirror up here. And like I said, I'm running the No Fate, so it's got all kinds of games on here. It works okay for the most part. There's a couple bugs, but I mean, it's a free mod, so how much can you really complain? If you get tired of it, you can always switch it back to to what it originally was. This has somebody else's 3D printed door. It says Cyberdyne on it. The buttons say Cyberdyne on it. That was already done before I bought it. I added a property of Skynet sticker on there. And we've got a Skynet sticker on the side. You know, more stools. I got plenty of stools. Honestly, the stools are cool, but there's really not much point in having more than a couple of them because they take up a lot of space. And when I've had parties, people don't really use them. You know, you might get one or two stools that's used other than the cocktail table. The rest of them, people just stand up. So here we are at Space Invaders, Tempest. Tempest has another GRS ball that lights up. This is a custom coin door that I made to copy one of the coin doors at my buddy's Real Arcade, with the silver and everything and the way these are. And then I did orange buttons just like his had, and I even copied the wording inside, placed it inside the buttons, and I've got orange LEDs lighting it. This here is the early Midway door. I designed this and printed it for to go with the Space Invaders. What we've also done on Space Invaders, I've got a little custom dust cover that I made. We've pushed the screen all the way to the back, installed a new screen surround decal. There's a blue light at the top inside and a red light at the bottom to simulate the original machines, how they were, and then I've just got a black panel blocking it off so you can't see down into the machine. Then I took the front panel here, I cut the top of it off so I could raise it up to expose all the decal here. So basically from here down, you couldn't see any of this decal. It was all hidden behind here. Maybe eventually I'll figure out a way to make the rest of this decal so it's up in here where it's supposed to be like the original one was. And it's little things. The little things that make a big difference sometimes. You got a collection of Alf dolls. Here's Rampage. So Rampage came with no riser. This is my current version riser that I've made. I left the front open on purpose so I could put the My Pet Monster under there. This is another one of my early Midway coin doors that I designed and printed. It's just got the a different sticker on the front here. You know, it's got the fake return buttons, all that. So on top here, the original, I don't think I need that on. So the original Rampage game didn't have dust covers. It had these rings inside here. So I drew up and 3D printed these rings. They drop down. They just drop right down inside here to make it look like. See, they just drop in there. Make it look like the original game. The original game apparently had custom joysticks just for that game for some reason. So it's just, again, it's the little things. All my games, you see these, I've got 3D printed quarter holders, and I just have random tokens in them. So for like back in the day, even though you don't need the tokens, it's just for the looks. This is the original Ninja Turtle. I installed a pair of 1UP coin doors, and then I had somebody make me an STL of the 1UP buttons, so I can print the buttons any color I want, and they'll fit in the arcade 1UP coin doors. And 3D printed a little name plaque there, and then I die cut decals for the front for Ninja Turtles, and then each one of these has the corresponding color LED behind it. This machine was upgraded to a Pi, so this is running the RetroPie emulation station. So this has thousands of games on it. I couldn't even tell you how many games are on it. I don't remember. I added a light-up marquee. Same with this one, I added a light-up marquee. Space Invaders, we added a light-up marquee. If you check my other videos, I think I show you about doing these. I actually 3D print this framework off of Thingiverse, which is free, and then I go on Etsy and I buy replacement artwork for arcade 1UPs, and then just put a cheap LED strip behind there, more or less. And I just hold this onto the framework with double-sided tape, and the frame it pops off. It literally just goes right over the wooden front. We've also got light guns and light gun holders under here. So for the use Wii controllers, I just haven't finished setting it up. I got to put the Dolphin bar up and all that stuff. This also has an extra riser. I make my own booster risers to raise these up to proper height. So this one's got some cheap brick vinyl decal from Dollar Tree. That one's just black. This one's got some diamond plate decal on it. Same with the T2. It's got some decal diamond plate. The other ones are just randomly black or diamond plate. And I've got lots of stickers all over the front of my arcades. It's like back in the day, people would just put random decals on the arcades. We've got a MTV neon sign here. I've got a cooler here for when I have parties. We fill this with sodas, we fill it with ice. We turn this on, put the cold sodas in there. It keeps them cool enough. You just push a button and it drops a can down. You can put 2 cans in each one for different flavors, and then I just open it up and refill it as people take the cans out. This is one of those dollhouse claw machines. It used to have a little house on top here. I got rid of the house and I built the box out of Milky White acrylic off of Amazon. I have a video explaining this. And then we put it on top of a just a cheap cabinet. This is an upper cabinet that we got from Habitat store, and have the key hanging in there, get extra prizes, and then we just put cheap vinyl all over the outside of it. And this I think came from Hobby Lobby. So he's got more stuff here, more little stuff, little mini Light Bright, old school carnival prizes, lots of G.I. Joes here. You got a Voltron. So up here we have a TV that's running off of a USB. We downloaded a bunch of MP4s of 80s music videos and put them on it. And then I also have, in between some of the videos, I have 80s commercials that play, and I have MTV intros playing also. So I do not own the rights to any of the videos or anything that you hear, any of the music, any of that stuff. They all belong to whoever they belong to. So I'm just showing you the playing, and it's hooked into the stereo. And then we've got, you know, a speaker up there in the corner. We've got a speaker up there in the corner. Got a original old school plasma ball, because everybody needs a big plasma ball. Why not? More old school stuff. 80s, some early 90s stuff. Original Light Bright in the original box. Original Gizmo. We've got some reading books here. This is an original Wendy's table. And then we've got, you know, an old Coke napkin dispenser and all this wonderful stuff here. This is an original E.T. poster from McDonald's. This over here, this is actually an original Live Aid t-shirt from '85. We have a full-size slate top pool table. We do not use it when people are here for the arcade though, because I'd have to find somewhere to put all these stools, number one. Number two, with people standing along the arcades and all, it really makes it difficult to shoot pool. There's a lot of room here, but when you have people standing there and you're trying to shoot, they do start to get in the way. So we don't use that. That's why it's covered up. And then we've got the light around the ceiling, changes color. It's sound reactive. I don't have the sound reactive on right now. You can also make it just white, steady, whatever.
Max Headroom.
There you go, some Max Headroom for you.
This is one of the most sinister sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television.
And then all the machines have black light tape on the front of them. So
the Max Headroom,
they all glow if I turn on black light. So I've got these mini black lights. They're rechargeable. I can hang them. I can set them on things. Makes everything glow nice and bright.
Enjoy my film.
Obviously, some of the colors glow way brighter than others.
Look at this stuff. This cereal is supposed to be good for you. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get nice. Yeah. He don't need it. He hates everything.
So what we end up using the pool table for when we have people over is we just use it as a buffet. I put bowls of chips on here, we put the pizzas on here, the plates, all that stuff. Just makes it easy. And people can set their drinks on here. I don't have to worry about them getting spilled, because I don't want people setting their drinks on the machines. That's why I don't have cup holders on the machines like some people do, because it's too easy for the machine to get bumped when you have, say, 10 people in here. So if you get tired of all this and you just want to chill, you can come over here, go in the theater, and we've got an 80s movie playing. So right now we've got Goonies playing on the theater. And let me see. Got ceiling lights in here that we can turn on, and then you're surrounded by Star Wars. So you come in here, hang out, chill out on the couch. You come back over here, turn on the actual light, and you can see what. So this is another room of just collectibles. You've got ships hanging from the ceiling. You've got new in-box toys on the old actual Toys R Us shelving.
Because these are somebody else's wishes. They're somebody else's dreams. Yeah, but you know what? This one right here.
Yeah. Stuff on the beams.
It didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
So, hope you all enjoyed the tour. This is where we're at right now with it. If I make any more significant changes or get more stuff, maybe I'll make up another video. Check out my other videos on my channel here. Like and subscribe.